Welcome, beautiful souls, to the Beyond the Belief podcast. I'm your host, Lavender Loveway. With each episode, I invite you personally to join me as we explore a belief. It might be a widely held idea or a forgotten truth, or perhaps even one that feels unknown or deeply contested. This is a sanctuary for exploration, a place to absorb, listen, and learn with an open heart. We're shedding the heaviness of right and wrong and ascending into the lightness of greater connection and expansive knowledge. Today's episode is no exception. This is another precious opportunity to find a little gem or two of wisdom that helps you reweave your own tapestry of truth. Hello, my dear souls. I am so excited and delighted about this episode. This just dropped into my consciousness, and I got so excited that I was like, I have to record this now. So here I am. One of the most frequently asked questions I receive is, I want to let go, or I want to allow, or I want to surrender. But I don't know how to do that because it feels scary. It feels icky. It feels confusing. It feels like I don't know if I can. It also feels like I don't know what's going to happen on the other side of that, or if it's actually going to happen. And this is where that fear and the doubt kind of swirl begins. And I truly believe that what we get confused by is an innate, deep, authentic pull within us, and we get it associated with confusion or unknown or danger because of past associations. And I will say this, at any given moment, if you are having a feeling of, oh, I've been here before, I know what's going to happen, it's an invitation to look at two different things. Number one, it could be a repeat reminder for you, or more likely, number two, this is your egoic mind. This is your conscious mind looking at past patterns and telling you and forecasting, thinking that it's a mind reader, literally, to tell you or to inform you what's going to happen. But what we're discussing together, right, in this beautiful moment of now, is magic. So it's not specific, it's not articulated, it's not organized, it doesn't have all these things that give it so much structure. We're talking about fluidity and magic and alignment. And those things, my friend, that's what you want to invite into your life. As someone who, I always joke, I'm a recovering left-brainer. I learned how to be left-brained in this world because this world revolves around it. It rewards it. It gives you clout. It shares supposedly who you are. And I bought into that. And I did it for a long time. I joke that I did it for 41 years. And because I did it for 41 years, I know what a life driven by my ego mind, my conscious mind looks like. I've been there. I've done that. If I continue to do the same things, I'm going to get into the definition of insanity territory, where I'm doing the same thing but expecting completely different results. So as I was contemplating, I was sitting here in just kind of a moment of rest and a moment of receiving, really. And in pops my head about a note card. So I have a prop for today. So if you are listening to this podcast, I will make sure and include a link in the show notes to the video that's on Spotify as well as on YouTube. So whatever is most convenient for you, because I want you to see this. And the reason why is because I think that as visual beings, as beings who are drawn to storytelling, I think it's great to be able to see something. It's like you can't unsee it. It sticks in your mind. And for me, when I saw this in my mind playing out, this is why I was like, oh my gosh, I just got to record it now because this is so exciting. And I'm so hopeful this is going to blow the doors off understanding this concept and the magic behind it. All right. So without further ado, what we have is a note card, and I have written on it, your calling. That's what this is, my friend. Your calling. So this note card will represent what you designed before you came into this incarnation. So I've spoken about this before on Beyond the Belief, that Dolores Cannon had done a ton of different research, collecting all the little parts and pieces from her QHHT sessions that she led for her clients. And what they discovered and uncovered is that we sit at the tables in the central library, which is near the Akashic Records. And we sit there with our guides and with ascended masters who are assigned to us or are there to help guide us. And we essentially plan out what things we want to come into this world with, into this incarnation with. And if we look at these from a human design perspective or through a human design lens, I have gained confirmation from my guides that human design is a very real quote, quote, map, if you will, of what we set out to bring into this world. And for those of you that are familiar, I'll also put in the show notes a couple of links to go and get your body graph, or AKA your chart, if you are so interested. But those centers and gates, as well as channels that are defined so that we embody, are not the things we actually bring into this world. What we bring into this world are our open or undefined centers, gates, or channels. And these are opportunities for us to be in the dichotomy, be in the minutia, and leverage our defined centers, gates, and channels as almost kind of like our tools in our tool belt. The reason I share this is we're going to pretend for today that you're calling, and it can be anything. And what I want you to do mentally is I want you to put onto this card that I'm holding in my hand in this beautiful moment of now. Remember, even though this is a video or a recording that you're listening to or watching, hopefully, this is all now. So I am holding this card in my hand now. And I'd invite you to put onto this card your greatest calling, the greatest thing that's in your heart. The thing that you want more than anything, you are drawn to more than anything. Maybe it's the thing that absolutely scares the heck out of you. You don't know why you want it, but you just do. Put that on this card. Okay? We're going to walk through this activity together. So let's agree to some ground rules. This calling card is a card. Okay? It's in its entirety. There's no rips in it. Right? This is the card. So imagine that anywhere within this card, back, the front, each of the sides, whatever you've got, it is your calling. We're not going to go linear on this. We're going to go how the universe works. The calling is here. Okay? It's just going to be represented by this note card. Now, I'm going to flip it over. What do we have on this lovely note card? So we've got a blank side that we've got your calling on. The thing that your heart is calling to you for. And then we've got the back side that has all these lines. So first of all, this is what I want to show because I feel like this is what we get confused by. We take something that is non-linear and we attempt to make it linear. Here's how we do this. So let's say if we're starting at the bottom because that's how linear works. Okay, we're going to go upwards. So I get to the second line, let's just say, and I invite myself. This is an invitation for me to let go. To let go. I just need to let go. I need to allow. I need to surrender. I need to let go. And I look at how far I am, let's say from the ground, from the edge of this card, because I'm looking at this linearly. And I'm like, no. I don't really want to fall like that. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so I continue on my journey. And now let's say I make it to the fourth line. So as you can tell, I'm getting higher. And now I receive another invitation. It's time to allow. It's time to let go. It's time to surrender. And maybe even in your heart, you feel so good. You're like, yes, I want to. I so want to. Oh, look how far I am from the ground. And now I'm even further than the last time that I contemplated this. And you know what? The last time that I contemplated this, I told myself I didn't want to. And here I am. And look at me. I'm still alive. I'm still good. I'm going to keep going. Okay. So you get back on your journey. You keep going. And let's see. Now you're at the seventh line. Okay. From the bottom, you're pretty high up there. For all intents and purposes, I mean, You're making it. You're making it to the top of the card. And in pops another invitation for you. Another one. To contemplate, to let go, to just allow. How much easier would it be to surrender to the flow, surrender to the pull, surrender to your calling, that thing that's pulling your heartstrings? How much easier would it be to just let go? But then, of course, your sweet ego, linear mind looks at the situation again and says, oh my gosh, we're on the 7th line now? Okay, I've already had a few opportunities to let go. No way. Now I'm clenching. I am going to hold on for dear life. Now I'm just going to hold on forever because, nope, I made it this far. I got to make it to the top because the top is where it's at. Then mind you, and allow me to show this to you. Can you tell me what's on the top? I mean, it looks like a line to me, right? Is there anything at the top? Because where are we trying to go? Here, right? But we're back here. And we're in the bowels. We think that we're in the foreground, right? We're figuring it out. We're getting it done, right? But we're in the 7th line. And we got to get to the top, which is this. Interesting. All because of this? So, my friends, this is where things get interesting. Okay? We're here on the back of this card, attempting to alter the infrastructure of what we're feeling. What I'd like to do first is identify that your calling is the magnet. It's the pull. It's the flow. It's the current. It is the thing that's pulling you. And instead, you go behind the scenes and you attempt to say, I'm going to climb up to the top, which looks like this. We don't know what it is. It's fear. This is where our mind then is like, I don't know. I'm going to try to imagine it, right? But I digress. So we're on the back of the card. We're growing. We're trying. We're climbing. But the thing that we get tripped up on is that here we are trying to allow, trying to surrender, and trying to let go. Remember, your calling is this card. You can look at it like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. It's the card. We try to take something that's not linear and make it linear so we can try to understand it. And the challenge is that as we continue on this supposed rise, quote, quote, we are telling ourselves we're getting further and further up and further in, further and further towards the definitive top point. When in reality, my friends, you haven't gone anywhere. Because the surrender is not to the journey. The surrender is to the flow. On top of that, what our conscious mind does is because we're thinking about this in a linear sense, we then get the sensation that on the 7th line, 7 is my lucky number. I love this. That on the 7th line, we are so far up that now if we let go or we surrender or we allow, we have to fall all the way back down. But guess what the reality is? This. There is no falling. You'd fall into it, maybe this way, like into it. You're not going to fall down. And what we are feeling is not the gravity of this as far as the linear where we are on the 7th line. That's not what we're feeling. What we're feeling is this, my friends, the calling. Your calling card, whatever you put onto this card, that is what you're feeling. And the fear that you've associated with the height or the duration or the quantity, the amount of money, the amount of time, the amount of effort, the amount of energy, the fear for if you lost it, what it would mean. You can't lose it. I mean, unless you press the eject button and you throw it away, then all right, yes. But this just doesn't go away. If we start to associate things into their true form, which is non-linear, it's a card. It's your calling. It's the thing you want, you desire, you're pulled to. You don't surrender to just falling back down off the ladder and then just doing nothing. Because most beings I speak to, that's the confusion. Well, I'm not going to just let go because then what, I'm just going to sit around and do nothing. Oh no, you're going to do the things. You're going to do all the things that are required to get this calling into this 3D, because that's what's pulling on your heartstrings. But you don't do it in this fashion. And letting go means allowing for this flow to increase to you, straight into the epicenter of your heart. So what dropped into my consciousness, thank you guys, is that we think about things from a linear perspective, and this is what makes it fearful. This is what makes it scary. Because we don't know what's at the top, even though the top looks like this. We try to force. We try to right? I'm going to think about this because then if I can see it, then it'll make it exciting. No. It's already connected to your heart. It's like a magnet. There's strings to it. It's already connected to you. This is why you feel it. And then not only that, the surrender is allowing it to come into your existence, to manifest itself through everything, through your energy, through your time, through your resources, through the magic. So funny enough, if we think that we're resisting the climb, I'm going to be honest, y'all, there is no climb. You just go deeper into it. You don't go higher in a sense of, okay, I'm going to go from point A to point Z, and if I get to Z, then that's it. No, it could be instant. This is, again, where our conscious mind limits us. It's like, okay, well, I want to know my calling. Okay, how long is this going to take? So when is it going to happen? When am I going to see it? How long do I have to work for this before I actually get to see the fruits of my labor? My friend, how about you just let it happen? Just let it unfold. Do we not all love either a good love story, a good success story, a good triumph, a good hero story? Don't we all love it in some capacity? Whether it's more romanticized or it's more action related, doesn't matter. We all love a good story, a good hero story. Why not allow your guides and your higher self architect a hero story in your life experience? Why not? Why not? If we can think about our calling in not a linear fashion, but instead for what it is, this pull is what you're feeling. This pull, and especially of the unknown, of okay, well, this could be huge. As I mentioned just a few moments ago, it could be instant. It could happen. It could take years. It could take 5 milliseconds. Allow the magic to be, y'all. The more energy we try to figure it out, the more interference we're causing with it. It's like wrapping this thing energetically with barbed wire and then duct tape and then hornet's nests. And then you are literally strapping it with so much energetic, dare I say, crap, so much that you can't even see it anymore. You can't even see that it says you're calling anymore. You don't even know what it is. You're like, what is that thing? I've been carrying that thing around forever. You don't even recognize it. That's linear thinking. So in this beautiful moment of now, I invite you to contemplate this calling, this thing that's pulling you. This is the pull. This is if you're on a ladder and that kind of fear of being on a ladder and you're not sure what's happening, that gravity, that's what this is. It's coming from the card. It's not coming from the climb. And we associate it with the climb. We associate everything with the climb. Well, I can't, I've invested so much, or I've already done so much, I've already gone so far, or I've already done this, and I didn't do this every single time. I said no to allowing. I said no to surrendering every single, and I'm going to continue to do it. Why? Where are you going? You're trying to take something that's not linear and make it linear. to the point where you can't focus on what this calling is. You can't allow it to sing to your heart and to pull the heartstrings that need to be pulled so that you take the action that needs to be taken instead of standing there and looking at the freaking ladder. Y'all, this is the time to let this go, to turn the cards around and focus on the actual pull. What is pulling you? If it's something on this side of the card, if it's the ladder, if it's the saying no or what have you, you are thinking linear. That is your egoic mind. This is the divine energy. This is the creator within you. You want to do something. You're so focused on how to do it, you're not focused on the what, on what it is. Define it. Sing the song. Allow your heart to fall in love with it. Because if it does, it doesn't matter what this side looks like. Because in reality, this is what it is. It's just a pull. And the pull is not fear. The pull is purpose. The pull is your destiny. The pull is the thing you're being called to do, the thing you're built for, the thing you built yourself to be, to do. You know how freaking cool that is? And you're worried about this? My friends, drop it. Surrender. Allow. Allow for whatever that calling is to wrap your heart in the energy that is needed so that it moves your beautiful feet in the direction, doing the motions, doing the things that are needed to be done so that that can come to fruition. If there's something that I wish for you in this beautiful moment of now, deeply, is that this activates you. There is a desire in your heart. Allow it to come out. And I will be honest. If I look at this calling and I look at my own life, this is where I was. And I will say this, being this far along on a path where, funny enough, I never left it. It's always there. But being so far along in this path, there's a lot of undoing. Because I've done a lot. I've pushed a lot. I've driven a lot. I've assumed a lot. I've taken action a lot. It's a lot. And just with energy, you gotta undo. If you're going back down, that energy gets freed. What does that mean? This comes closer. This gets stronger. This gets bigger. This gets clearer. Because imagine you've got all this energy tied up here. And for me, this is why my life experience has been such a wild adventure for the last couple months, because I'm basically freeing all this energy that is giving the swirl and giving the inertia and giving the just like slapping the booty, get her done. Like all of that swirl is happening. I'm not focused on this because I'm allowing whatever needs to be done. And so it is. Allow it. Because what I care about is this. I care about the calling. And if we need to have some corrective action, if we need to have some corrective energy, if we need to reallocate the resources that I have bound up to that thing, so be it. And if it feels a little scary and it feels a little icky and it feels a little crazy, yep, because I'm a wild creator, because I am strong, because I'm fearless. And I've wound things so tight that, yep, there's a lot to undo. But guess what? I have my heart in the right place. I am in alignment with the flow. I am now letting this come to me in the form that it needs to come to me. I am not resisting anymore. Because every time we resist, every time we don't surrender, every time we don't let go, we are volunteering that energy to be tied up, to hold it hostage. That's not what you want. It's not what I wanted. I made the decision. Let it all go. Refocus on what it is. Put this in my heart. Plant those seeds. What do I need to do? What can I do? What do I get to do? What's next for me energetically to make this thing real? That's what I'm focusing on. And what seeps into my reality is less and less about this and more about this. I hope this message was helpful and spoke to your heart. And as the sun comes in, whoo, so bright, there is your sign, y'all. We are supported. We are loved. Bring your light to the world. It is in your heart. It is your calling. It is your choice. Surrender means more of that. I love y'all. Sending you so much love and light.